again. Dennis, you're growing a beard.
I know. I need to shave. I'm not growing one on purpose. I'm just lazy.
Well, I get that way too. That's why my beard gets so scruffy.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It probably needs constant care, doesn't it? There you are. I see your announcement.
I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah. I see your announcement. I said. There you are. Volume down. All right. It's just you and me so far.
Yeah, I sent. Well, of course, I sent the cool kids.
Yeah.
So, and I also sent one to Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Hello, Steve, the drone flyer. Sent one to Steve Carpenter, Rick Halber, Ari, and Matt. Of course, Ari or Matt may not be able to join because he may be working.
It's pretty early in the morning where he is, isn't it?
You may be right.
I don't know.
Or maybe no, I think it's early afternoon. You know what? I can find out though. Hang on a second.
It's early afternoon here.
It's 4:35 a.m. in Brisbane. Yep.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize that.
Hey, Mr. Carpenter.
Steve. Hey, Steve, I sent you a link, buddy. It's in Messenger.
You know, I've been waiting for those razor blades you were going to send, Steve, and I haven't seen them yet.
He promised you some razor blades too, huh?
Yeah. As far as you know.
I tell you, just don't hold your breath. He's been promising me razor blades for months now.
Poor Steve.
Bob Casey.
Hey, Bob Casey.
So, well, it is officially my Friday. I know it's Thursday, but it's my Friday for 11 days.
There you go. My Friday started 12 and a half months ago.
Yeah, I know. I got that message a little while ago.
I just had to repeat it.
I know you did, because that's how you are.
That's how I am. People think I'm such a nice guy.
Little do they know.
Little do they know.
Oh, it was a rough day, Dennis.
Was it?
Yeah. I mean, it was so rough. I got 2 racks ready to go, and then I sat around all afternoon. Don't tell me.
That is the worst. Watching the clock, waiting for whatever that time is, waiting for that time to arrive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one of these days, I will be on vacation forever.
There you go.
And when I win the lotto, I'm going to buy me an RV.
Cool. That'll be good.
And then I'm going to, well, if I win the lotto, see, my wife will be able to retire too.
Well, if you win the lotto, you should let her retire within the next year or so.
Yeah. And then I could do a year traveling all by myself. Yeah, that would never happen.
That would not happen. I would not expect that to happen.
So is your wife glad to be home?
Oh yeah. She's enjoying being here.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Oh, SoCal Steve.
Phantom Hodges drone. Hey, SoCal.
Hey, Paul.
Dennis, how are you, sir? Rodney, thank you for the invite.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm gonna pop in the link in the chats. If anybody would like to join, please feel free. I'm only going to limit it to like three more people, but
BMAC wants you to get out of his way.
Get out of here. I'm sorry, BMAC. You didn't send me a calendar invite. Here, why don't you join my stream and maybe that'll help. I'm not going to be on long anyway. I've got the church service. I got to leave here about 4:30 to go to
It
the
was
church.
Thursday. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
It's Thursday?
yeah.
I don't even know what day it is anymore.
I know.
Well, tell you the truth, I only know it's Thursday because it's my Friday.
That's right. So how you guys doing?
I'm doing well.
I'm doing great. My wife's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Mrs. Lovelady.
I don't think she can hear you.
Probably not.
Yeah.
And if she would, she probably wouldn't reply.
Yeah. She'd be hiding around the corner. Make sure she's out of view.
Exactly right.
I don't even know how you get her in the photos that you take when you're out on vacation and stuff like that.
It's rare. It's rare. She does like to be photographed, but not.
Really?
Those are for her.
Oh, okay. Not for distribution.
Those are for us. Yeah.
So BMac says he's trying 3 different live apps.
I would try them one at a time, Brian.
Yeah, Brian, I think one at a time would probably work better.
Surfer dude. I used to surf. I just wish I had my old surfboard. I used to have my first board I ever learned on was a 10'6" Hobie balsa board. And it was the original boards that he designed where it had the redwood center stringer and then the cedar. And so it was like a tri-line down the middle to the wood core. And it was signed by him.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Hey, Jim's in the house.
Hey, Jim, above and beyond drones.
Above and beyond drones.
Jimmy boy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough growing up where I live here, where he started everything here. I knew him. He was really good friends with my uncles, and his first surfboard shop was right next to where actually my dad started his first electrical contracting business in the small town that we live in. And my uncle actually, my uncle did developments, but he built a building. And the building was for Hobie to start and built the first #1 and started the #2 for the 14-foot catamaran in. And then it just blew up. They ended up with, it was a small building they built, and there was just no way they could keep up with it. The orders started coming in, and they moved to a 25,000 square foot building, didn't even last there a year, and went on to 100,000. And from then on, it was just unbelievable.
Wow. And they build catamarans?
They still build the Hobie catamaran. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
One of your brushes with greatness, huh?
I had a brush with greatness once.
Did you?
Yeah. You remember David Ogden Stiers?
Yeah.
Winchester on MASH.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I almost ran into him one day. Literally, almost ran into him. Me and my first wife was walking through Balboa Park, and him and a bunch of other celebrities were there doing something, and he comes out of this fence just as I'm walking down the sidewalk, and I was like about that close to hitting him.
Wow.
But I realized he was walking out, and I'm like, "Oh, excuse me, Mr. Stiers," because I knew immediately who he was. And then right after him was Mayor Pete Wilson.
Yep.
Walking out right after him. So
wow.
So that was my brush with greatness. Oh, wait, there was one other, Peter O'Toole.
Oh,
wow.
That's a good actor.
He was on the beach out at Coronado Island doing a shoot for the Stuntman, the movie The Stuntman.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my first wife had just gotten married, and my Aunt Patty and my mom were out there for our wedding. And my Aunt Patty's not scared to walk up to anybody. Mm-hmm. And she comes walking up to me. She goes, "Is that Peter O'Toole?" And I go, "It kind of looks like him." I'm going to go say hi. And she walks up and says, "Are you Peter O'Toole?" And he goes, "Yeah." and she struck up a conversation. It lasted for
wow.
30 minutes. I'm like, wow, how embarrassing.
Our
That's
worship
embarrassing.
leader was in New York for one of the Brooklyn Tabernacle choir things, and he saw Paul McCartney walking down the sidewalk.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
And he looked up at him. Paul McCartney said, "Not today, man. Not today. I got business to do."
Yeah.
I didn't get to meet him, but I did see Ronald Reagan when he was governor of California.
That's
They
pretty cool.
had a governor's meeting at the Mayo Hotel in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I think it must have been, I was in high school, and it must have been around, or I might have been in junior high school, because it had to have been around 68, 69 time frame. When was he mayor or governor, Steve? Do you remember?
Well, he
The
became
years?
president
I don't
in
remember.
1980.
He's in the 80s. I can't remember the exact year.
No, it had to be the 70s because he
I
became
mean,
president
yeah,
in
70s.
1980.
70s. Now I'm thinking 80s.
Yeah.
Was it the 70s? It may have been, okay, it may have been 69 and 70 then. But they had a governor's meeting there in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and everybody, oh, Ronald Reagan's going to be here. So me and a couple other buddies walked down to the Mayo Hotel. We skipped school to go see him.
I liked him. I thought he was a great president.
I did too. His first year in office, he got the U.S. military a 14% pay raise across the board.
Wow.
Our salaries went up. Our basic allowance for quarters went up. Our commuted rations went up. Our allowances, a lot of the allowances went up. It was just 14% straight across the board. And most of the sailors I knew fell in love with him that day.
Yeah, I would imagine that would make a big difference.
Yeah, I was thinking the president was what I was thinking of. He was in 67, and then his second term was in 71.
Okay, so
as governor of California.
Then it had to have been in the late 60s, early 70s that I got to see him. So
what did he do from 75 to 81?
Oh, good question.
Getting ready to run for president.
Yeah, there's a lot to do there, but
well, yeah. I mean, I would think
that's done in political office, though. That's interesting.
BMAC says we're the stars of his live stream happening right now. I have got to see this.
Did BMAC go live?
Yeah, he said he was probably.
He warned us he was going to.
Oh, he is.
Yeah. Dennis, I'm going to share this with you in case you.
All right, I'm missing it here. I have.
Oh my gosh! except we're spinning in his live stream. Too funny, Brian.
It's buffering.
Oh, you know why? Because he's probably running Flight Simulator right now. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. That's probably why it's buffering.
Boy, everybody's talking about that. I'm not interested, but my goodness, that has all the drone flyers' interest except mine, I guess.
Well, I used to fly the earlier versions of it.
Yeah, I never did that.
And it's what that does now. It is just phenomenal. But if I was going to do it, or if I do it, because I may, I'm just going to buy a separate 2 terabyte SSD drive and put it in my tower and just load it on that, and that's the only thing that'll run on that.
Hey, I'm going to give a shout out to Agent K. Welcome to the chats.
Hey, Agent K.
Welcome.
Hello, Agent K.
Agent K is not blue.
Who?
Agent K.
He's not blue. He should be blue. Well, we'll have to fix that.
Unless it's my poor eyes. No,
well, it's better than being black and blue, getting beat up, or taking a fall.
Mike,
okay, this one's the best, Brian says.
Mike B.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, Mike B.
Hey, Brian, a camera that or a streaming software I use or application is Li-Fi
Don't use Camerify.
Camerify, and it seems to work pretty well. Now, if I can just figure out how to share the screens so I can use it to fly my Mavic Air too, that would be cool.
You know, people are having problems with those third-party applications running the Fly app with it. Have you been reading about that? I'd be cautious. I was going to do that, and I'm just going to leave well enough alone. I've got my Mavic Pro, and I'll fly the live streams with that. But I wish the Air would go live, because I'll tell you one thing: the quality of the video is much better on the Air Mavic Air 2 versus the Mavic Pro sensor. And I'm talking about the original Mavic Pro, not the 2.
Yeah, I have used Stream. I'm going to say it wrong. Streamlabs on iOS, and that seems to work pretty well with DJI Fly, but that's iOS. So
yeah, well, I want to try that one too.
Which one?
Streamlabs.
Oh, Streamlabs. Okay, I've got that on my iPhone. I've used that for just live broadcasting.
Yeah, and it's real good for as a. This is the icon for it right here. It's real good for screen capture. That's what I want to say.
Welcome, Steve Essex.
No, you typed my name in there. But hello, anyways.
Oh. I guess I should look what I'm typing, huh?
Why start now?
True.
Yeah, because the one year I just went live, and I was down at our boat parade down here in the harbor, and I went live with using Streamlabs, and it was fine until my phone rang, and then it went.
Oh my!
It just went offline.
Thankfully,
Recovery One drone shots. Jody, welcome.
Howdy,
everyone. Hello.
Hey, Jody. Hey, Recovery One.
Yeah, I was texting back and forth with Roosevelt, checking to see what it is. That hurricane's heading straight for his hometown.
Oh,
yeah,
right?
I saw that. And then it's going to...
We're supposed to be in the path, too, but it should be pretty mild by the time it gets here.
Yeah, I hope so, because it's supposed to... As long as it don't interfere with our flight out on Saturday morning.
Yeah, I think you'll be okay. Hopefully, you should be. It should be far enough depleted, because it's depleting real quickly. But the images I saw late last night, obviously you guys are in bed, so I'm still watching the news while the stuff is still going off the West Coast, boy.
Right, yeah.
Holy moly. 160 some mile an hour winds, and the morning shots I saw when I did get up this morning on the flyovers, there was actually some pretty good drone coverage, whether it was the news agencies reporting it in or stuff that came in off the Weather Channel. Oh my God, Lord. I mean, homes are halfway underneath water. Some are fully underneath water.
Yeah,
the surge was up to 20 foot surge.
Is that right? That would be
Yeah.
on the northeast side, right? So
yeah, and that's what they were more worried about. But some of it showed this big, complex building. Man, the roof was just completely taken off from it, and the water you could see up to where, like, of the roller bays would be to the thing. It was like going into where the loading docks would be for it.
Yeah, I have experienced hurricanes, but they've been pretty weak up here in Virginia. Mm-hmm. But we caught the outer edge of one at sea one day when I was in the Navy. And man, I think it made for a wild ride.
hurricanes and tropical storms used to be the primary source of water, rainfall here in Georgia. That's all changed in the last 15 years or so. We don't get any, we rarely get a tropical storm or a hurricane, tropical depression coming through here anymore. It rarely happens, but that used to be number one.
Hello, Dre. Recovery One Drones popped in.
Hey, Dre.
Yeah, well, just like here in California, we've got less and less rain here over the decades.
Right.
But, we are a desert. And the only reason we see green here is people don't realize the only reason it's here is because of the aqueducts that are brought in from Northern California and the Delta region to bring water down. And then coming in on the eastern side of the Sierra Nevadas through the Owens Valley. And that's where the water comes in from there. And then everything coming in on the southern side is coming in from the Colorado River.
Hey, Captain Ray. There's a link up above.
Ray. Yeah,
hello, Ray.
There's a link, Ray, if you want to come in. Anybody? Arizona Drone Dude. Hello.
But we've had warm here. It's actually cooler here the past, I don't know, the past 4 days. It's been a little cooler. We've been in the 90s here on the coast, but the humidity has just been through the roof.
Wow.
Because like where my son lives in Riverside, California, it was when they left yesterday, because they came down to visit us yesterday with my new granddaughter, and they left and it was 104, but the other day it was 108, and with the heat index, it was 116 degrees is what it would feel like because of the amount of humidity.
Now, isn't that new too for your desert area to have high humidity?
Yeah, it's rare. But we had some storms coming off the coast, and it sucked it in is what it did.
Yeah.
We do get it in August, and when it does come, because that's when along our borderline in California and Arizona, the Colorado River ran through there. They get their monsoons there the end of July and going into August. I mean, I don't know if you're familiar, but I mean, you could be out there and all of a sudden the next thing you know, man, you have to get under cover just to protect yourself from the amount of volume of water coming down. It's just coming down hard.
You know, experienced that.
Part of California that always surprised me was up around the San Francisco Bay Area.
Oh, yeah.
In the wintertime is when everything turned green.
Yeah, that's when it's the warmest.
Yeah.
It's because it rained so much, and it was never cold. I mean, real cold.
But that's the reason Mark Twain said that the coldest winter I ever spent was a summer in San Francisco.
Hello, Tomas.
Yeah, Tomas is in.
Hey, Tomas.
Shots, Jody, welcome. Let's see who. Someone else came in too. Recover One. Yep.
Yeah,
I think by Ray Kelly.
San Francisco's got. I mean, it's beautiful up there. Because I have friends that live up in the Bay Area, and I've worked up in that area too before, and it's gorgeous if you're just on the north end of the bay and you're just inland a little bit. You can get in there like Mountain View in that area, but going even further north, you get that fog coming in the morning, and you get those cool mornings, and like you're saying in the summertime even. And
you're talking up like Marin County.
Yeah.
What's the county just on the other side of the Golden Gate? Oh, I can't.
Where the earthquake was?
Napa?
No, not Napa. Napa's pretty too, but BMAC popped in there for a minute and disappeared.
Because he's playing that Flight Simulator 2020.
Eagle VP, welcome, guy.
Yeah, Eagle VP, wow.
Seen you in a while.
Hello, Eagle.
How's it going? But what Steve was talking about, I think, over on the other side on the north side of the Golden Gate,
right?
Alameda. No, that's
The-
across the bay. That's over on the Oakland side.
Yeah.
Alameda.
Oakland's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Hang on a minute.
I'm bringing it up.
That's what
God,
I
you think I know. Mill Valley.
Yeah, that area.
That's the place I'm trying to think of. That's where my old girlfriend used to live at.
That's why you forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, she's my old girlfriend, but a friend of mine. We're so close in our group. I mean, they ended up meeting. They ended up getting married, and so I still talk with her and still see her.
Oh my goodness.
They live in Sonoma now.
William Sonoma.
Nope, Sonoma, the city.
Marin.
Yeah,
Marin's what I was talking to.
yeah.
You
So
got Marin, and then you got Mill Valley.
Well, Sausalito is the other area right on the bay, but you get above there.
And that's
anywhere.
That's actually what I was trying to think of, Sausalito.
Yeah, the poor area up there.
Brian's PC's on fire.
Ray.
Hey, Captain.
Mr. Kelly.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Hey,
How's
Mr.
everybody?
Kelly.
How's the audio?
It's good.
Hey,
Except
good.
I'm not sure it's in sync.
all right.
I can't hear him. Do you?
Way off.
No, you can't hear me?
Now I
I
do.
got this.
There's a huge delay
Yep,
in your
how's
audio.
that? I got a little-
Huge. I'm saying 7-8 seconds, maybe.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Got a bad delay.
Should I try to come back in?
That might help. Yeah, try and come back in.
Okay, thanks.
But it's beautiful up there in that part of the bay up there. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, outside of San Francisco it is.
Yeah.
But Napa, back in the day, when after me and my first wife split up, I was living in the barracks, and when payday come along, this is back when I was a drinker. Payday would be like 3 or 4 days away, and it'd be a weekend. Me and a bunch of other guys would go down to Napa Valley and visit the wineries, because you go to all the wineries and there's all free wine. You know,
Wine tasting's free back then. Not anymore. Not no more.
and you got to keep the glasses even.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Wow.
Yeah. Some of the bigger wineries with their logos on them, and if it was their way of advertising, so you go out the door to remember them.
All right, let's check Ray out.
All right. How's that? A little better? Better audio?
Audio's better, but you're still lagging.
You're still lagging.
I guess it's the iPad.
Yeah,
All right,
maybe.
I'm just messing you guys up, so I'll just
No,
chat.
stick around.
No,
fine.
stick around, buddy. Stick around.
Stick
Whoa,
around,
whoa,
but
I'll
don't say
just-
anything.
show my beautiful face.
We can hear you okay. We can hear you fine. It's just that your lips are out of sync with your voice.
Yeah.
It's kind
Besides,
of
we
like
need the
watching a
decoration.
Chinese martial arts movie.
All right.
Hey, what are you doing? Oh yeah, hey Ray, how's it going?
You don't want that delay when you're trying to bring that yacht in to the docks.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
20 seconds later, stop.
Oh.
Oops.
How is everybody's day going?
Great.
My days went well. I got off work and now I'm on an 11-day weekend.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a trip to Oregon.
He's going to go up there to go protest up there.
Yeah.
Man, I don't envy you that trip.
I want to go up there and join in the festivities of Portland.
Be very careful in downtown Portland.
Don't worry, we're not even going near it.
Okay, I was going to say that's. Yeah.
You're going to be in Eugene, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's where my wife's from.
Stay out of downtown.
Downtown Eugene?
They've even had problems there.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Hey, Blind Neil.
Hey, Blind Neil.
Neil, how are you, sir? The only thing that my biggest complaint is being forced to wear a mask for that whole entire flight across the United States.
That's gonna be a my wife bought some masks, and her daughter is sewing a sheep on it. I'm like, oh my gosh, honey, really? My mask is going to be a camo mask.
There you go.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Incognito.
What I'd really like to do is get one that says "Go Navy, beat Army." Is what I'd really like.
There you go.
See how much trouble I could get into at the airports. Wait. Find a gate where a plane full of soldiers are coming out.
There you go.
Go Navy, beat Army.
Well,
so you flying nonstop?
I'm an Army fan.
I forgive you, Ray.
I know. Thank you, Rodney.
I'm neither one. Go Air Force.
I'm for the one that lost.
Rodney, you'll probably appreciate this. I know there's a delay, but you see that right there? That's my MP helmet that I actually wore back in 1971, 1973.
Wow, that's cool. They let you keep that?
Yeah, the quartermaster liked me.
Wow.
Actually, it's the inner liner, so there was all sweat and everything on it. Nobody else wants it.
Gotcha. Yeah,
So,
I guess the liner would be wouldn't
soggy. Are you flying nonstop, Rodney, or do you have a layover somewhere?
No, we got a small layover in Chicago. So we're flying out of BWI. That's Baltimore Washington Airport International. We're flying to Chicago, and then flying on to Portland, and they've changed our flight about twice so far. The first time they changed it, going out was going to be an 8-hour flight, and coming back was going to be almost a 10-hour flight. Because coming back, we would stop in Chicago, St. Louis. No, it was Las Vegas, St. Louis, and then on to BWI.
Oh my Lord!
I know, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I want to do that. But they changed it again, so it's all right.
10. So you're saying 8 hours from where? O'Hare to Seattle?
No.
Duration.
Oh,
so total duration.
From home to Seattle.
Right. To endpoint, yeah.
Portland, yeah. We're flying into Portland.
That's
You're flying
correct.
Southwest, Rodney?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. So, and then it's pretty amazing how I got an advertisement today. Fly anywhere in the country for $39, but I can't.
I saw that,
and I'm like, now you send me that.
So how do you manage that? I actually would like to go to not the next couple of weeks, but I'd kind of like to go to Utah.
I don't know how long it's going to last.
I'll check out. Is that Southwest?
Yeah, that's Southwest.
I'll check out their website. Maybe they have something. That'd be cool.
The other one that had them is Frontier. I don't know if you get Frontier Airlines over there, but they're limited to where you're going. But they were the same way, because when I'd fly to spin up, it's the only direct nonstop out of Orange County here, California, to fly to Austin, Texas. It's the only airline that flies nonstop.
They have real low fares also, but they nickel and dime you, as they say.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We flew Frontier from Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. They nickel and dime you to death.
$49 for the airfare. But by the time you take your bags on board, and at the times I was going, I got the security insurance. So if I had to cancel, because there was a good chance if my mom was ill at the time,
right,
buying that. But the extra $20 or $25 for the extended seats, I paid for that, and I had no qualms for that of getting the leg room.
Yeah, with Frontier, I think it was $25.
We booked Frontier. We booked Frontier for going down to Florida for $49.
I think he locked up.
And on the way back, we got $39 tickets for April.
Wow,
that's cool. So you had seats reserved and so on?
Well, we'll take what they give us. Like Steve says, you got to pay extra if you want to pick a seat. But I just take what they give us.
I got you. Okay.
Mike Roach.
And sometimes you get a pretty good seat.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I'm going to clean these. I'll be right back.
Hello, Michael. How are you, sir? Mike Roach is in the house.
Yep.
Hi, Mike Roach.
Hiya, Mike.
Yeah, I paid extra to get to reserve seats and stuff like that because I bought them way ahead of time. But what was ironic is on the flight going, I had the second seat back. I didn't want the bulkhead seats. I had the second seat back. Oh, there he dropped out.
Yeah, Ray.
I had the second row of seats, and 3 girls were sitting up front.
I remember that was when you came to spin up.
Yeah, those women. But here's the thing, Rodney. Those same women were on the flight coming back in the exact same seat. And the guy that was behind me was now sitting to the side of me because he had gone for a college reunion with guys that he graduated from Austin from in engineering school. And we both looked at each other because we were coming to the gate at the same time, and we're going, "Oh, hi, how are you? Hope you had a good time and everything." We walked into the cabin, and our mouths went, "Oh crap!" The only good thing is on the way going home, they were severely still hungover. They were mighty quiet on the way coming back.
Yeah, but I remember you telling us, me and Drone Bum and Chris, at the hotel there, and you were telling us how loud they were and stuff.
Oh, you know, people complain about kids. These women, I would take 10 kids over these 3 women.
Wow,
they were ridiculous.
Hey,
Mr.
Tim
Jackson. Hello, Tim. Yeah, it was funny.
No problem, Ray. If you can get it to work out and want to come back on, please feel free to do so. I'll be alive for another, at least till 4:30. But Tim Jackson's in the house.
Yes.
Mike, Tim, I'm going to put the link into the chat, guys. If you want to join, please do so. Up to you. So yeah, my wife is real excited about going out there, and so am I, because we're going to go do some stuff on the coast and we're going to take a jet boat ride on a river, and
Oh, that'd be fun.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely taking my Mavic Air 2 and a couple of my Osmo Pocket and my GoPro. Try and get some good video.
If you're going to be on the coast, I'll tell you, Oregon's a beautiful coastline. It's the same like California is in a lot of ways. The northern coast end of it,
Right,
is like Oregon.
Has larger trees, right?
Yeah. And you've got such lush green, right up to the bluffs. And it's just like when Linda and I were married on our honeymoon, we stayed in bed and breakfast inns all the way up to the town of Little River, which is right just south of Mendocino. And there's a place there called the Heritage House. And if you ever saw the movie Same Time Next Year, that's where it was filmed. And all the rooms are named like the one was Same Time, the other one was called Next Year, and they've got names on it. And we stayed in one of the newer units, not knowing the place before. I just heard it was a great place to stay. It was like the distance of going 20 feet. There was like a sliding door and then a patio going out there and to the edge of that. And it was an 85-foot drop down into this like V canyon and the buoys out there. And you're right there. And it's just redwoods all around you. And it's right on the water.
Pretty cool.
It's beautiful. So where do you want to go in Utah?
Well, actually, anywhere in Utah is beautiful, but I'd probably start out at St. George, where Dad Random is.
Yeah,
and
go down to Zion and that area.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, we went through. We landed in where did we land? Salt Lake City, and then we drove up to the national parks, Grand Teton National Park, and heaven help me, the big one, Yellowstone National Park. What's wrong with me? Anyway, then we drove back down and through mostly through Utah, but we also saw New Mexico, Arizona, and so on. We hit a lot of states, little pieces of a lot of states while we were up there. But there were just. If I had my way and could fly everywhere that I wanted to fly, I'd still be, I'd probably have made it about 100 miles by now since we were there in last October.
Yeah, I remember the photos that you guys had posted.
That's right. That's why you couldn't come to Spin Up last year. Because you were
because we had just finished that trip and our niece was going back to Shanghai at the time. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. I mean, I was really looking forward to meeting you, but I got to meet you a couple of months later anyway. So
yeah, that worked out well.
It did.
And then again.
That. Yeah, and then we made a trip together.
That's right.
To visit Ron Lockwood.
Yeah, so I stopped by there in February, was it? On the way up to New York.
Yes.
We went up together. No, that was February. We went up together. Wasn't it?
Yeah, February we went up together, and I think it was in January when you'd gone up to Drone Bumps.
Yeah, and then I came through there again in June or so.
Yeah. It's, you picked up Wendell on the way and went on back up to Drone Bump. Hey, Les, welcome.
Hey, Les.
Yeah, Utah.
It's afternoon already.
Utah's a beautiful area, and the national parks over there. That's gorgeous.
It is.
Linda and I took a trip to go visit my stepdaughter, her daughter, in Colorado when they moved there, and then we took a week traveling up to get into Colorado. So we spent time in Zion and Arches and the national monuments are there, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. So I just want to do it for the drone flights, pretty much. I mean, I want to see it too. Don't get me wrong, but we zipped through there in such a hurry. You know, just on our way from here to there, and I'd like to do it differently. You know?
You covered a lot of miles.
We covered 2,000 miles in a week.
That's crazy.
I know.
Well, look at you! Look at you, the spin up number one.
Yeah,
you were up
1,000
north
miles
for
right
the
there.
unfortunate, for your mom, and then all of a sudden, we all knew that Dennis wasn't coming, and then all of a sudden, my phone rings in the morning, and he said, "Where you at?" I go, "I'm here with Chris is driving up," and he goes, "I go, well, where are you?" And he goes, "I'm here." I go, "What do you mean here?" He goes, "Well, I decided, I looked at the map and it was 1 hour shorter to go where we were to Austin for him to go back home." And he goes, "So I decided to come here instead."
Oh, good deal. That's good.
Try to keep up, Steve.
You did, man. I'll tell you what. My jaw just dropped, and Chris was looking at me and going, "It's Dennis. He's here."
Hey, Dennis, I want to apologize beforehand.
Oh,
okay?
no. Oh, no. Don't do it.
I thought I'd bring some class to this group.
Oh, really? Where is it?
Man, I'm still looking.
Hey, Wendell.
How's it going, Wendell?
All is good.
Hello, Wendell. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Mr. South Kyle. See, Steve, I'll be out there in October.
Did
Oh,
you,
yeah?
Did you recover from all that abuse in Maine,
It was
Wendell?
terrible. I mean,
I know.
it was 75 degrees every day, no humidity. It was just awful.
I know,
Terrible.
We gave you all the sympathy we
Terrible.
felt you deserved.
And you had to eat those lousy old lobsters.
Well, there's so many of them, and I just trying to help the economy. That's all I was doing.
I see what you that. Well, that's very nice of you, man. I knew you were a stand-up guy.
I don't have to come on here to get this abuse. I can just stay home.
Well, hey, why not have the best of both?
That's right.
This is true.
Call you
I
out.
I see now that Dennis's wife is in town and he's all cleaned up and looking nice all the time. That's good.
Yeah.
He's moved away from that bachelor thing and
He come on and I'm like, first thing I said was, well, after I said hello, Dennis, I said, "You're growing a beard."
Not on purpose, though. No,
I'm
it's just
sure-
I've
I'm
just
sure he-
been lazy.
I'm sure
Okay,
she's got him
Wendell,
working around the house. So
I've got to ask this question: is that a green screen or is that real behind you?
That's real.
I mean this here?
Yeah.
Oh, this is real here.
That's
Okay.
real.
I like the way you've got your bottles laid down up there.
That
Very
is
nice.
that's
Yeah, we redid the basement about 10 years ago, and I said I need a little thing for me, and I found this display. I said let's use this. So
Wine cellar.
yeah, so
I've got wine, but mine are in cabinets.
there we go. I was trying to decide should I come on and say hi to the guys or go to the wine store. I decided to say hi to you guys. So
Well, I'm glad you
Yeah.
chose us over wine. It looks like you got plenty of wine behind you.
and Rodney, that's exactly where I was. I said I don't need to go spend any more money. So
But you could have gone and got the wine and then brought it back to us.
now there's an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gonna
so
give that on
Steve,
with the-
I get out. My wife lives out in San Marcos, so I get out there.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Whoa.
Bye.
Uh-oh.
He got rid of me. I must have been bad or something.
No, I'm not watching what I'm doing. Hit the wrong button.
Andrew says next I'll go to the wine store. Hey, I got to tell you a first I had today.
All right.
Well, Dennis, you were part of it. So, but we were watching this gentleman he calls himself Norby, right? Norby David. It's spelled David, but he pronounces it David, and he's from the Philippines. Does a great acoustic show really low key. He's a really good guy. But it was the first time I was ever in a chat, and there was another Wendell in the chat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was unusual.
That was an honor.
Well, I think BMAC made it.
Hey,
Let's see, do we have audio?
You
Yeah.
You have audio. So you have succumbed to the dark side.
You've come to the dark side. What did I see? Dennis, I saw somewhere a picture. Whoops. There we go. It was all of the Star Wars villains. You know, Darth Vader, the guy that goes after Solo, etc. And it says, "Come to the dark side. We have respirators." So I thought that was pretty good.
So, are you going to have your neighborhood live show?
Well, I'm standing by here to decide tonight if I'm going to try to move it to Sunday. I haven't asked any of the guys if they can do Sunday or not. But
Because of the storm?
yeah, they're saying it's going to come. Right now, they're saying it's going to be late Saturday afternoon. I go, great. So
Yeah, I looked at the map this morning when I got to work, and it looks like it's going to come right over us.
yeah, so there's a Corvette show up in Pennsylvania I'm going to run to tomorrow, and so I want to try to make the decision today because I'll be gone all day tomorrow.
Hey, Mike.
So.
Hey guys,
Hey, Michael.
That should be nice. Corvette show.
Well, yeah, it's one of the biggest ones. It's up in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. It's a big swap meet. You can buy cars, you can buy parts, and they got vendors that sell stuff too. And it's just a fun time to walk around. I go up there, get there about 10, and by 3 o'clock I've had enough and I come home. So
Cool.
yeah, Carlisle is like a really big show, isn't it?
yeah, it's like one of the biggest shows. Yeah,
Yeah. How you doing, Wendell? I never met you before.
it's great to meet you, Mike.
Good to meet you.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
I live right outside of Baltimore.
Okay, cool. I'm up in Syracuse,
Oh, excellent.
so I think so. It's Syracuse. But anyway, so
Well, all those things you hear about Baltimore are true. So
We'll be flying out of Baltimore Saturday morning.
oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. In fact, we're going to. The wife's off tomorrow as well, and we're going to go up to Baltimore early. I'm not sure what we're going to do up there, but so don't be surprised if we pop in.
that's cool.
You froze Wendell, Rodney.
I did.
You
I see
froze
that.
Cold.
You mentioned you were going to go up to drop in on him, and he's got scared.
Yeah. And,
Like a deer in the headlights.
Wendell, I didn't mean to scare you, brother. Really.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, we're having bandwidth issues. You know what I think it is? I think it's all the kids are back at school, and back at school is online. And the last few days, internet's been slow in the afternoon. So
Yeah.
Your picture was pretty poor, but now it's quite good. So
okay,
maybe it's better now.
Yeah.
The teacher lets you off on good behavior now.
Yeah, I'm running on Wi-Fi, and I need to get Ethernet directly to my laptop.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
just to make sure more solid connection.
It helps.
And
It helps.
Ken Heron kind of insists on that if you're going to be on his show,
Yeah.
can we play now that Rodney's gone?
Yeah.
That's why I've had to turn Ken down several times.
It makes a big difference. I mean, because like on my desktop that I'm on now, my laptop is just right here next to me over here. So this is Cat 7 directly back to the router. So from there it's direct line out to the
Right.
on the
So-
coax out to Cox.
Is that why you should get like category 7 Ethernet wire?
Even Cat 6 is good enough.
Okay, because I don't know all those standards or whatever.
Cat 5 is fine, really. for
Yeah.
this kind of work.
It's just the
just
tightness
basic
of the
stuff.
twist.
Yep.
Hey, Ray
Cat-
Kelly.
Cat 6 is good. What you typically you can still get Cat 5 everywhere, and Cat 5 will get it for most of your connections. Works
Yeah,
fine, just
in-house
within a
Cat
set.
5 is all you're ever going to need.
Right.
I've got Cat 6, and the only reason I got the Cat 7, I was buying some extensions after we had the garage fire, and it was cheaper to buy it. The 7 was on sale. It was cheaper than the Cat 6. So I said, hey, I'll buy it.
Yeah, jeez.
Steve, I try to keep up on stuff like that because I used to do it for a living, but I've never heard of Cat 7. What is it?
Cat 10 now is out there even.
Cat 10 is out there, huh? Well, I mean,
It's just they're trying to get gigabit off from it.
okay. So there's an up-down to it then. That's why.
Yeah. And if you're going, with gigabit Ethernet, they're coming to you with fiber, and then you're adapting over, no matter what you are, unless you decide to go with fiber straight to your unit, which is ridiculous. You don't need it unless you're bootlegging something out of your house for a business or something like that you need. But
Agent
you
K,
don't
so many
need it.
cats. We need to get them fixed and neutered.
Yeah, neutered so they don't keep growing. Yeah, because with that's what my business did. My company did. My partner and I, we did nothing but we work with the school district, so we installed fire alarm systems, data network systems. So I was the engineer in for our company for AMP, because most of the school districts, you wanted everything AMP in their school districts at the time.
Hey, I'm going to say hi to Wendell real quick. I've never been on with you before, but I know I'm subbed to you and everything. And you got some good stuff there.
Well, thank you so much. I'm having fun with it. So, working on some new stuff, and the live show will be back on the 9th. Yeah. So
Cool.
And you
A
have
friend of
video
mine-
coming up tomorrow, right?
A friend of
I
mine
got one
is,
coming out tomorrow.
his name is Fred, but he's got a brother Henry, and Henry's kind of in the business of you are, same business, music business.
Mm-hmm.
But he's used to doing bars and stuff like real live shows. But I don't want to criticize anybody, but you have a bigger repertoire or catalog book to choose from.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I probably have over 180, almost 200 songs right now.
Yeah.
So, and it's because I like to do everything. I don't try to fall into one category. If you do watch a channel, you say I do blues, I do the standards, I'll do 80s, 90s, whatever. And I've been in bands a long time, and just got tired of the bar scene, and got tired of staying out till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I can imagine.
So,
But no, I was going to say, if you do all that, if you want to impress me, find something by Trans Europe Express.
Trans Europe Express.
They're a 70s German avant-garde band. Just look up Metal on Metal.
All right, we'll take a we'll check it out.
I'm goofing, by the way.
My favorite Christmas.
What's that German band? They do that. Du hast.
Actually,
song.
that's what it was. Kraftwerk, not what I said earlier. Kraftwerk was the name of the band.
I'm thinking
Kraftwerk,
around.
yes, I'm familiar with them. And their biggest hit in the U.S. was Autobahn.
Yeah, and there was another one. Well, it was a combination, Metal on Metal and something else. I'd have to look it up. Which, hey, I got Google in front of me. I can do this.
You have the world's
We can blow Rodney's stream right out when I bring the audio up.
Copyright strikes left and right. Here we go. How many can we get for Rodney in one broadcast?
Oh, he's not here. He won't notice.
He won't.
They just do a claim. They don't give you a strike.
Yeah, here it is. Kraftwerk.
Yeah, he can't. He's not
Monetized.
eligible for monetization yet.
He's close.
He's very close. I don't know what the numbers are now. Let's check it out.
945.
946. Okay.
Oh, somebody then just joined.
I can't hear you guys.
Hey, Ludo Lou, great to see you.
Did you guys
And Blind
hear a
Neil.
voice from nowhere?
Yeah, Blind Neil, Lulu, Tim Jackson. It's funny, most of my videos until last year, I was just using whatever, Beatles music, whatever. And so I don't ever plan on monetizing it, even if I reach
don't either,
1,000,
no.
so it's like, and, you see the strike there or whatever you want to claim, but it's meaningless, I think, until you make any money, and then, then it will matter. But I just don't want to make any YouTube money.
Yeah.
I guess the one place where it really matters is if you are monetized and on a live stream, there's suddenly copyrighted material.
Yeah.
That's the real risk, because the person who owns that copyright had no opportunity during your live stream to make the money they should have been able to make from that. You stole that moment from them.
Right.
It's interesting, Dennis. There's two things I noticed. When I do my live show, I don't get any copyright claims until the show is over, and it's usually the next morning.
That happens during the process.
Right, but I've seen people who've done what's the right word, community standards issue. They take them down right away while they're live.
Wow.
If they say the wrong words or they're saying stuff. I won't go into any examples so Rodney doesn't come off. But I mean, I've been on shows. I've been watching people, and they said something, and boop, off they went.
Wow. Yeah. I know it's the processing where they usually detect that stuff.
Yeah.
But
Even visual stuff, like that Vale's review was on Canadian Drum Hub a lot. She did a live stream, and a bunch of guys were there, and everyone showed their firearms. Just showed their gun, and she got demonetized.
Yeah.
You know what happened to me? I posted about 2 weeks ago. I posted a cover I did behind blue eyes, not the collaboration, the second one. That was a mistake. I forgot I put it out there, but I posted it, and one of those spam girls got on there and said something like, "I'm lonely. Can you help me?" or something like that.
Oh my.
And they took my video down. They said it, was something about community standards, and so I appealed it. They put it back up, but just something like that could do it.
Yeah.
God.
Well, when you go to monetize and you go in especially if you're live streaming, you got to answer all those questions. And one of them is about weapons and anything like that. So if people are showing their gun and you've answered those questions, you're gone. It's automatic.
I try to hide my arms so they don't call them weapons. So
Yeah.
Lethal weapons.
that's right.
I haven't registered mine.
There you go. Show them your guns, Rodney.
That's a technician's arms if you ever saw one.
It is. They're skinny. I mean, I can almost put my hand around my forearm.
So big hands then, huh?
Yeah, big hands.
Rodney, I don't think I finished answering your question, so I'm going to see if I can push my show to the Flagstone Jam to Sunday. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
See what happens.
I got excited there for a little while because I was going to come up to that one, and then it dawned on me that we were going to be out of town. So,
And where are you headed?
Oregon.
Are you joining the protest out there? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Senior
they
Antifa
were
member.
having so much fun. I thought I'd go out there and get into the middle of them, and then show them how a conservative acts.
They were petitioning for a new leader, so Rodney signed up.
He volunteered.
So, and I'm going to go out there and get them all straightened up and calm them down, and turn Oregon red
some
again.
sense into them. They'll listen.
Do so with great.
Yeah, they're very cooperative, Mike. Very cooperative.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
They'll do everything Rodney says.
Right.
Opposite.
Oh, that's funny.
Wendell, that was funny because that was the first thing I said. Yeah, Rodney's going up there to join the protest.
Yeah. I know there's a whole lot of puns that go along with that.
Yeah.
And we're going to make our first flight from BWI stops in Midway, so I'm going to take a few minutes there in Chicago and get them people straightened out too.
Well, the bad news, Midway is probably like 30 or 40 miles from Chicago. It's sort of far out.
We got an hour layover. That's plenty of time.
Might not be that far, but it's not in Chicago. So,
No.
but they have a good food court there. You can walk around.
Oh, you know what they do, and there's a place that makes really great hot dogs. Not as good as Coney Island or Harry's Famous Dogs, but they're not bad. First time I ever had a hot dog from there was a Chicago style hot dog.
I will tell you, I've been doing some flying, and it's really weird going to the airport because it's not even half full. I mean, it's not many people there.
I can tell from here. We're right on the fringe when the airplanes have to do an orbit. You know, if they can't land right away. We're right on the fringe of that orbit, and our skies are almost 100% quiet most of the time. And
Yeah. So Ray Kelly says it's a $60 taxi ride to the city.
Rodney, do you see what Blind Neil put in there?
No. Let me see.
That's priceless, Neil.
You know what? That sounds very familiar too.
That sounds very familiar.
I wonder. There was a game. It was called Duke Nukem. Brian, shaking
I
your
remember
head.
it.
Like, you remember Duke Nukem? I think
Oh,
he
yeah.
said something like that too. Chew bubble gum and kick butt. And I'm all out of bubble gum.
You know, this could be a movie. Rodney Goes to Oregon.
Oh, there you go. Great title.
They already did Dumb and Dumber.
They did Dumb and Dumberer.
Oh, this is just he's going by himself. He's just dumb.
No, not as
This
bad.
is part two.
I was gonna say my wife must be dumber.
Oh no, we're not bringing the wives in.
Well, you're the one that mentioned it. But
Like the Donner Party is the Rodney Party. No. Yeah.
oh goodness.
So Dennis, you're outside of Atlanta Airport,
I am, yes.
right? And it's not busy? Because that's a busy airport.
Well, yeah, I don't know if things have changed. I don't know if it used to be the #1 busiest airport in the world.
Right.
For many years it has been, but now, I don't know.
I think
most
it's
of the
different
international
now.
flights, there aren't many international flights that begin in Atlanta. I mean, nonstop anymore. So, I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is that the sky is amazingly quiet compared to what it used to be.
Yeah.
Good
It's like
afternoon, Rod Piker Jones, UK.
Hello, Rod.
It was Heathrow for many years, but then about, I guess, around 2000 or so, Atlanta became the busiest.
Right.
Yeah.
I imagine Louisville is still pretty busy because UPS is out of there, you know? At least
Yeah, and then
they're
there's
funded.
Memphis. Federal Express is in Memphis.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're two hubs. They probably have more air traffic than all the rest of them do combined.
Right.
Probably. And I don't imagine their flights have changed that much
Right.
because they're not dependent upon commercial traffic.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, Joe.
Hey, Joe Blaylock.
Hi, Joe.
Well, I know our local airport here, Santa Ana, Orange County here, they just came out with statistics that they are down 80% over last year in flights.
Wow. Hi, Ludo Liu.
And it is an international because they do have one carrier that flies to Mexico is all. So they became international, but it's strictly mainly continental United States and to Hawaii. You can fly and that stuff.
Before I moved to here, I lived in Greenville, South Carolina, and that's right outside of where they make the Z4, the BMW Z4s. And so that became an international airport because it had flights to Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember flying into Atlanta one day, and I wanted to go to one of the smoking areas, and then they had the enclosed smoking areas.
Right.
And I walked in there, and I thought I was in a fog. It was so smoky. It was like being in a fog.
Yeah.
So,
I always thought it was interesting. One of the smoking areas in the Atlanta airport is B9.
B9?
B9.
B9.
Terminal
B9.
B. It's right next to gate B9. I always thought that was funny.
That is funny.
Remember those days though, like when non-smoking sections started in restaurants?
Oh, yeah.
And the smoke would just come right over to where you're sitting anyway.
Well,
No.
Kind of a joke.
in 1972, well, of course, in the 70s, you could smoke on planes. I think you could do that all the way up into the 80s or 90s. But I remember when I flew home from Japan, I got on this big 747, and I got in the smoking section. Of course, it was back in the back of the plane. There was like two sections in the back that was the smoking section. And I remember that almost made me quit right there, because by the time we got to San Francisco, I was just like coughing, couldn't sleep and stuff. Of course, me being a smoker, I was adding to it. So,
Right, yeah.
In a lot of ways, I'm kind of glad that they quit. They stopped allowing smoking.
Yeah.
It's bad enough that planes get stuffy air anyway most of the time. You add cigarette smoke to it, and even for smokers, at least from this smoker, it was bad. But that was in the past. Now I don't smoke at all, and that's even better. So,
Right.
Yeah, but don't you remember the stewardesses used to go down with cigars, cigarettes, Tipperellos down the aisle?
Now, I never saw that on an airplane.
You never did?
I never did.
Wow.
no, I don't think I ever did either. I did see it in Las Vegas.
And
Yeah, I've seen it at ball games, and that, but
Yeah.
From here, like to San Francisco, when we used to fly a lot when I was younger, they had it on there, and also going to Las Vegas too.
of course, yeah. Yeah, no, I've never seen that. Maybe because I'm, basically East Coast, more East than West, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, Vegas is in a whole other world.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Look at Vegas now; they're back open.
Yeah.
If you're going to lose a lung, if you're going to lose your money, might as well lose a lung too. Hell.
Can you double down on that?
Yeah.
I remember
Put it on 00 odds. There you go.
when we flew out to San Diego for boot camp, we were on the plane, and we were trying everything we could to charm the flight attendants into giving us drinks, and they just wouldn't do it. And because there was 5 of us, and none of us was over 21, and they wouldn't do it. So coming home, now I hadn't turned 19 yet.
These are the people that are protecting us, just so you know.
But coming home, I was wearing my uniform right out of boot camp, going home on boot leave, what we called it. And the flight attendants were just like, "Here, have a drink. Here, have a drink." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Didn't ask me for my age or anything. And
How old do I need to be?
Huh?
What age do I need to be? What age should I tell you?
I don't know. What state are we flying over now? Quick, drink up. We're coming to the border.
No, I couldn't. I have a country to conquer.
Country clunker.
Arkansas, the intoxication state.
Well, you know, back when I was in high school, if we wanted to go get beer, all we had to do was drive up to Kansas, because Kansas was 18 at the time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we had
And
we had 3-2 beer where I was.
yeah, and that's what
That's-
Kansas was too, was 3-2 beer, and Oklahoma was 3-2 beer. But in Oklahoma, you had to be 21, and in Kansas, you only had to be 18. So friends of mine would drive up there and bring back beer. Me, I just found some wino that looking for his next bottle, and I'd buy him a bottle, and he'd buy me a bottle of vodka. So
Yeah.
That's back
Would you
when
like
that's
that?
back when the police used to treat you like Otis. You know, if they pulled you over. You know, just put you in the back of the car, take you to the jail. Okay, you ready to go home? All right. And
Yeah.
I know that was wrong, but that's what they did. I mean, it was.
Right.
Well, here in California, going out to the Colorado River to party out there during the major holidays, because Arizona was 19 for drinking age there versus 21 here. So all you do is just cross the river to the other bank, go to the fuel station there to get your fuel on that side instead of the California side, and they were selling beer there, and you could just buy it there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we all play those games in our borderline years, you know, get somebody's older brother to buy beer, whatever. You know, it's
yeah,
thankfully when I turned 18, it was still 18. Then we had a grace period year where it was 19. By the time I turned 21 is when it was 21, so I never missed out. But I was never a big drinker anyway. It didn't really matter. It was just nice to have the option.
I came home from Japan. Now, when I went to Japan, I was 19 when I went to Japan, and over there we were allowed to drink, and I partied. I mean, I partied so hard, and I come home and my buddy, high school buddy, said, "Oh, let's go. We're all, we're over 21 now. We can go drinking." And I'm like, "Nah, I don't want to do that." Because in 2.5 years that I was in Japan, I was partying every single night, sometimes all night. By the time I came back to the States, I was burnt out.
Drink to that. Sometimes in the middle of the day.
Well, you know what's funny, Rodney, is when I went to, after I got out of basic training and then went on to school, to medical school up at Shepherd Air Force Base. Over there, you could drink in your room, and you could have beer piled up even during inspection. No, as long as it wasn't higher than the rail on the foot of your bed.
Safety
you could have
first.
cases piled up. That's right. And the ice chest had to be completely dry and clean for inspection day.
Wow.
But we were allowed to drink there on base.
Well, I remember having beer machines in the barracks in Yokosuka.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was an experience.
Those damn Puritans giving us all these values and everything.
I know.
They're not around anymore now anyway. A lot of good it did them.
Yeah, I want my beer vending machine. Damn it.
Don't be surprised if they, with this COVID stuff, if we have alcohol vending machines instead of regular bartenders or whatever. Automated stuff.
You do now. You just go down here to the restaurants here in the harbor, and one of them there are noted for their Mai Tais. You go in there, place your order, Mai Tais and everything out the door, carry out. As long as the lid is on, there's no straw in it, or it doesn't show a breaking of where the straw perforation would be on those plastic lids, it's considered a closed container.
Wow.
We're all turning into Bourbon Street.
There we go.
But in reality, that's good. I mean, they're trying to accommodate the businesses so they can make some
Oh,
money.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's because y'all were Marines, Jim. Get over it. I mean, you get a bunch of Marines drunk, Yeah, no, that's not going to work.
The drum ranger says they don't think there's a drinking age in Germany. I think there is, but they don't ask.
I'm not sure.
If you can stand up at the table, you're old enough.
Hey, Canadian Drone Hub. Hello, Roger.
Hey, Roger.
Wow.
Do you guys hear an echo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's from Brian.
Oh, geez, here we go again.
Is it from Brian?
I don't know. I don't hear an echo.
Bad, Brian. Bad.
Bad, Brian. Bad.
Yeah, I hear the echo. We've had it for a while.
Yeah.
I'll mute myself for a second.
No, it's Brian. He's had a problem with it. He's had a problem with it even on his own live streams.
Yeah, I don't hear it now.
I don't know. Sir makes you feel like I'm in a big arena, you know?
Yeah. We're pretending we're in a concert.
I mean, it's not annoying or anything. It's just
Right. Just there
I
a
can
little
hear
bit.
it. And Wendell's right. It's like we're in a big arena, and I'm good with that.
Yeah.
How about now?
Nothing.
Yeah, it's gone now, I think.
Hello?
Yeah, now it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay. Remember I was having some trouble, Rodney, coming on?
Yeah.
This is going to get technical. I'm having problems with my USB ports.
Ah.
And I just switched one of them just now, and now there's no echo.
Hey, look who showed up. New Orleans girl showed up.
Hey, Nagi.
I wonder if she got blown over to Texas.
Oh, that's right. She's in New Orleans, isn't she?
They're down in
She
that
should have
area.
been
Well, you know
going over
what?
to Mississippi.
It just popped up on a news report. There's a big explosion over there on a petrochemical plant over there in
Lake
Louisiana.
Charles. I saw that. Yeah, it was in Lake Charles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, we need
We're gonna have-
more bad news.
Yeah.
I saw a meme the other day, and it was 1918 or 2018, 2019, 2022 or 2021, 2020, and it's like, but you forgot 2020. We don't talk about that one. Brent Nunley, hello. 20
Hey,
foot
Brent.
storm surge. My goodness.
Yeah.
I saw a thing on TikTok the other day. It was midnight, December 31st, 2020. This guy's just anxiously waiting for 2021 to arrive. And when the moment comes, they say, "We're sorry to inform you. We're going to try again with version 2 of 2020.
Oh,
yeah.
I saw a restaurant that had a big sign out front that said "Soup of the Day, whiskey."
Jackson,
Special.
I don't know if 2021 will be the same. I hope
Yeah.
not, but you never know.
Right?
I
There's
think
no
the same
guarantee
is a
it's
thing
going to
of the
get done.
past.
No,
No.
I mean, there's no guarantee we're going to make it to 2021.
No, that's a fact. That's a
Yeah.
fact.
I got a little scare right here in my house at the moment, only slightly. One of the girls who, a girl that gets my groceries for me, is married to a city fireman, and sure enough, in the firehouse they don't social distance at all. So one of the guys he works with has coronavirus,
Oh no!
and all the guys, if he only went back off vacation, and 3 out of 10 guys tested were positive, and he's getting his test tomorrow. But she wore a mask when she came here the other day and stuff. But if he's positive, then I gotta, look out a little bit. And, I'm not too worried for me or anything. Just have other people around me that I gotta let know and stuff.
Well,
This stuff.
I guess I won't be coming to your house anytime soon, Frank.
Right.
Cancel those plans.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, it's
actually,
crazy.
Had they been tested all along? Mike, do you know?
No, the firemen, when they go out on calls, he's more on the paramedic end of it, and they wear not a hazmat suit, but like a body suit, that thin
Yeah.
thing, and they wear a mask and gloves and before they deal with any of that stuff. So, but in the firehouse, they're living like college dorm kids.
Yeah.
No masks, no nothing, eating together. So it's kind of didn't make any sense when you think about it.
Well, and that's the point, because I have quite a few friends that work for the Orange County Fire Authority here, and it's the exact same way. And they're not being tested. But what's really funny is the tests that come in, they've never, as far as they know, been around, and they started tracking back through some of them. None of them have been exposed to anybody that has had the virus. They went back in order to check the records and follow the track back, and they're doing it. But all of them have had flu vaccinations.
Huh.
Hi, Paul Murray.
And the flu
Paul Murray.
vaccine, Mr. Murray, how are you? And the
Canadian Drone Hub crowd.
The flu vaccine is of that virus is a part of it for every single flu vaccination that's been produced in the last 10 years.
Did you see what Jim said, Steve?
What's that?
Above and beyond drones.
Steve had friends. See, they were friends I had before I became a part of the drone community. So that's the only reason I have any friends anymore.
We take turns, don't we?
Yeah.
I took my turn a couple of months ago. So.
And you're still reminding us about it.
Yeah. As often as possible.
It's funny, Steve, this year is the first year this past fall I did not get the flu vaccine in many years. My doctor doesn't think much of it. He has to follow the FDA rules and give it to you if you want it, and he won't tell you what to do. But when you talk to him as, off record, so to speak, he's like, it's not good, it's worthless. What's in it? You know what I mean? It's, but some people just, even when the corona vaccine comes out, I don't know if I want to take that early.
I don't think I'd take it early.
Yeah.
Well, I know
make it mandatory.
The biggest labs, and I don't want to mention any names, one of the biggest labs for the flu vaccine for the world is right here within 20 miles of me. And wow. I know two people that I've worked there over the decades, and they're also a big testing lab. Period, for just regular blood work testing. Their facilities they have here. It's a huge plant, not plant. It's a facilities. It's out in the middle of nowhere, and they make the vaccines. And we were talking about this before this event happened. And I was asking him about it, and because what they were doing is they were producing the vaccine that was going to go to like Australia and all the southern hemisphere at the time, getting ready for their flu season down there. And we were talking of what goes into it, and part of it, and I don't want to mention the name and everything else, but of this original. The virus, the C virus, we'll just say, is used to derive for the regular normal flu season. And that's where a lot of tests that people don't hear about, but if you talk with people in the scientific and laboratory community, yeah, it is. It's been in there, and that's why a lot of people are testing positive. But you're not going to hear that.
Yeah.
Rodney, Mike's just jealous. He has to work for a living, so.
Yeah, I know, and he's like, he's 54, so it's definitely got to be jealousy. Hey, Mike Kenny, how you doing, brother?
I'll take 54 back. You glad to go back there?
In fact, if I could go all the way back to 13, I would just start my life over again.
I wouldn't.
What, to relive 2020 again?
Okay, yeah, well.
Look what you'd have to look forward to.
Well, if I could go back to when I was 13, knowing what I know now, who knows? I may be able to save 2020.
He'd really screw things up.
Probably. That's more.
He'd be buying all the stock in toilet paper companies.
Oh, yeah.
Amazon and
Apple.
and which stocks to buy.
Yeah. I've thought about that though. Like, I'd love to be 25, chronologically again, but I'm glad I was born in 1962 because I got to see 20th century America versus now. I feel bad for kids now. They don't even know what they're going to be missing because they haven't experienced it. But it was like, Courier and Ives or Norman Rockwell, relatively speaking.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at one of the Facebook pages groups that I was on, and it's RTC San Diego, Recruit Training Command San Diego, and there was a guy posted a meme in there that says, let me think.
I'll wait here, Rodney.
Please do, Wendell. I'm not going to get it word for word, but basically it was saying, wouldn't you like it if you could go back to the time when there were no phones, no electronic games, all these different things of today?
No air conditioning, no heat.
No, wait a minute.
No refrigerators.
We had air conditioning.
Or back when I was young and there were no campfires.
There were no campfires.
And he had those triangle wheels too. Sorry, Rodney. We were just making fun.
That was
That's fine. No. That's what we're all about here.
They got the wheel right eventually.
We make fun of each other.
Well, here you go again, Rodney. Now we got 95 people watching.
Oh my goodness.
Really?
Yeah, 90. I see 90.
105.
Oh my goodness! Just went to 110.
110. Yep, there you go.
Whiz, I can't even get 9 people on my live stream. What do you do that I don't, Rodney? Maybe I should just put a beard on and have suspenders, and I can get 100 people.
There you go.
Those are the two key factors right there. The beard,
the beer and the suspenders.
It's jumping real quick, Tim. It's 139 now.
Oh man, 142. It did this Saturday too.
Yeah,
I think what it is that there's some teacher out there. It's saying, watch this for your project.
And they're teaching history over here.
That's right. We're talking about triangle wheels and
162, 168.
How's that happen?
It's there are bots out there.
Bots?
And what it does, it's auto generated and it's going out to a station and do it. If it can actually go on there and it holds on there long enough, instead of just going in, going out, and you'll see it drop down after a little bit. Because I've been on a couple of channels where it's and with my friends that I talk to, if it can hold on for like 30 minutes doing it and stay up, those watch hours can actually count for you.
Wow.
I got one thumbs down. That's nothing new though.
Another
Okay,
low
I'll
class,
change it, Rodney.
another low
I'm
class
sorry.
person.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you.
You caught me.
Well, hey Rodney, how many more people can you get on screen here? How many does StreamYards let you have?
Up to 10.
10. Okay.
He's
But
207 now.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Wow.
209.
Oh yes, reports.
Yeah, and the paid version it went up to 10, Wendell. And the basic version, which Rodney and I have, we will end up getting 1080. Right now, it's only for the professional paid version. They're doing the testing of their servers, but they're supposed to open it up to 1080p broadcast by the end of the year.
Oh wow.
For all 3 levels, or just
For just the paid levels, the 2 paid levels.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I've got the lower
The basic.
paid
Yeah,
level.
the basic. There's the only differences of going to the professional is you're allowed to broadcast it. Because right now you can broadcast out to Facebook, you can broadcast out to LinkedIn with StreamYards at the same time. But on the professional version, you can then broadcast up to 5.
We lost Wendell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're 237, Agent K. Hopefully he can.
Agent K wants to hit 500.
Well, with Claude, I was on his stream one time. It was over 1,000.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I pushed the wrong button, Rodney.
I thought it was
Operator error.
Exactly right.
That was that electric button on his wine opener. He thought he was pushing to open up the bottle and dropped him off the link. Okay, what is that? What is it?
It's this is Montepoli.
Okay.
There we go.
I used to own a liquor store, Wendell, years ago. In fact, still to this date, I'm the youngest person in the state of California that had a liquor license. I was 21 years old when I got the license.
Oh wow.
272 now.
Yep.
Well, we better provide something for these people to be watching.
Right.
If you got all these people watching.
Well,
There we go. Go Brian. Go Brian.
Go,
Why don't
Brian,
you and
go.
Dennis do a duet, and me and Mike and Brian and Steve will dance to it.
Right.
And then we'll drop down to 50 real quick.
Yeah.
The lack of temptations.
That's right. The lack of temptations. Yes.
That'd be a good name for our band. The Lack of Temptation.
The lack of temptations.
Okay,
Probably
I got a question
copyright
for you,
strike from
Wendell.
the Temptations, though.
Yes,
Do
sir.
what?
What are your favorite wines?
Favorite wines? You mean like
Varietals and wine or wineries.
So I like Plum Jack, and I would prefer like a Zinfandel or a Syrah.
Okay,
So
very good.
normally I end up with Robert Mondavi's $13 Cabernet. So
Are you kind of a connoisseur, Wendell, for
No.
your backdrop there?
no, not really. So
Everybody's a connoisseur. If you like it, drink it. If you don't, go on. There's too many other wines out there.
Yeah.
I've got I think there's 3 clubs I'm a part of, and so there's a small winery in Napa called Boyd's. He's a fraternity
Boyd's.
brother. He's a fraternity brother of mine, and he owns that. So I belong to him. And then there's a local winery here I belong to, and then not to get political because this is not political, but I do belong to the Trump Winery. So he's got some great wines. So.
I've tasted it, but
What's
I
it
don't.
called? The
belong to
Trump
it.
what?
Trump Wines. There's a Trump Winery
Trump Winery.
in Virginia. It was an old winery that was closing down, and he bought it and turned it around. So
Wow, nice.
I never knew that.
There's
That's
a couple
cool.
of wineries by right here where I live, or by where I live.
yeah, there's a lot of wineries down there in your area.
Yeah, there's
We've got a couple over here in California.
you got
Not too
'em.
many.
You know, I didn't know the Paso Robles area
Oh, huge!
is really big in wine now.
It has been. Because when I opened up the store in actually 1975, and when we actually opened up, and that was the beginning boom of the wine industry, period, especially for California, and for them to go against the French, and that was unbelievable. When Chateau Montelena won the wine contest.
Sorry, Dennis. That's just funny.
I go Gewürztraminer with your Chinese food, Ray.
Yeah, we've got quite a few wineries in New York State too. In the what's called the Finger Lakes region, there's quite a few. You know, it's no California, that's for sure, but it's pretty good. Also, apples too. You don't think of New York for apples, but we have pretty good apple orchards and stuff.
Yeah. Well, isn't that why New York City's called the Big Apples because of the apples in New York?
I'm not sure. I don't know why. I'm not.
You
Maybe
know,
the
yeah,
rotten
I
apple.
don't know how that came. You know what? You guys talk. I'm gonna look that up. That's interesting.
Right. Yeah. I don't
Like
know. We have apples called Empire apples, but New York, was known as the Empire State. I wouldn't call it that anymore. That's for sure.
So can you guys still hear me? I got a phone call, and often that messes up my mic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can still hear you.
Great.
So who's cooking the Chinese, Dennis?
My wife, of course.
She'll do that. All right.
Yeah.
So the nickname the Big Apple originated in the 1920s in reference to the prizes or big apples rewarded at the many racing courses in and around New York City. However, it was officially adopted as the city's nickname until 1971 as a result of a successful ad campaign intended to attract tourists.
I always thought it had to do with the Times Square ball. Huh. Interesting. I was wrong.
Yeah, think about that. That probably won't happen this year
Yeah,
in the normal sense. The crowd at Times Square.
it'll be digital.
Put cardboard cutouts just like for baseball.
Yeah, they'll
There you
put
go.
8 million cardboard cutouts around the city.
And in New York, the state of New York itself is called the Empire State.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been called
There.
that.
Now we've had our
reason the Empire
trivia.
State Building has its name.
New York on Sunday, big city taking a nap.
Oh, there goes that butt.
Wow. Keep going, Wendell. It's going up. It's going up.
Yeah.
It's
06,
213 now. Wendell, come on. Help me out here, brother.
Me and Dennis could a collab. He could get his ukulele going. We could do, like some Frank Sinatra or something with the ukulele. There you go. That's something.
New York. Yeah.
There you go.
That's cool.
Well, I'm going to do, I'm coming, I took vacation for August. So my live show coming back, I'm going to do all summertime vacation type songs. So,
Cool.
Oh, cool.
So
That'll be fun.
Yeah,
So
I'll
you
have
say
to
you're
make
going to
sure and get
change
your
your,
channel.
your live then to Sundays now?
no,
You're
not
trying
me.
to do?
No, I'm going to keep it on Wednesdays.
Okay. What was going to change to Sunday? So I thought somebody was talking about something changing to a Sunday.
I don't know what.
It was from earlier. I was
On this stream or
earlier on the stream.
Yeah, so Nagi says Nagi asked when am I doing my next live stream? So right now it's September 9th, so the Wednesday after Labor Day. So
Okay.
Steve, I know what you're talking. He talking about his neighborhood concert.
oh, that's right. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you said you
that might
were
move
going
to
to
Sunday.
maybe change it to Sunday.
So So during the summer here, I've been doing a concert for the neighborhood, and they've been usually on a Saturday. And
Right.
since it's going to rain, they think it's going to rain on Saturday up here. I'm thinking of pushing it to Sunday. So
Okay. That's what it was.
I'm hopefully going to live stream that, but it's not my live stream show. It's just a little jam. I got a guitar player come over, drummer, bass, organ player, keyboards.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
I've seen your live stream. I've seen your neighborhood live streams. Those are a kick in the butt.
Yeah, the quality's not that great, but we're having fun with it. So
That's the point. You're having fun.
And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot more fun when you're there in person, Steve.
yeah, Rodney came last time in person. So
Yeah.
The content.
and he didn't. I gave him a whole basket of tomatoes. He didn't throw one. I was so thankful.
He ate them instead.
He ate 'em instead.
They were good. They weren't rotten.
So Mike is saying, "Hey, that's cool, Wendell. I got tired of sitting inside, and so I just sent a note out to the neighbors. I said, "Hey, we're going to put on a concert," and I checked with the police department. They said as long as we keep your social distancing, it's fine. And so we did one in May, and everybody loved it. So we've been doing it once a month now. So. And now they're feeding us. They bring us pizza. They bring us fried chicken. They bring us beer. So,
Well, they fed you the very first time they brought you pizza.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's nice.
Oh, Tim is leaving. See you, Tim.
Tomas took off. He had to go a little bit ago.
Oh,
Missed
I didn't
Sorry,
even see
Tomas.
that.
Yeah. You're up to 280, baby.
All right.
Yeah.
Keep that ticker going. There's your watch hours for you. So when you wrap that big 1K, you'll have your watch hours in.
You know what? I don't think I'm ever going to get to 1K.
Yeah,
Three
the thing
weeks
is-
3 weeks
like-
ago. 3 weeks ago, I was up to 956.
Mhm.
Actually, it was 957. I looked yesterday, and I was down to 945.
You're
Yeah,
946.
YouTube will clear it out if they have you have subs that never watch anything or have never watched anything. They'll take them out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I reckon that's what happened. Either that, or I made a lot of people mad.
Drone Worship Dan was talking before he hit 10,000, which was a few months ago now. He was talking about he'd get up to 9,000 or so, and then it would drop down to 8,500 or a really low number compared to where he was. And then it was a struggle to get back up to that number again, and then it would drop down again. This is just the way, I don't know if it's YouTube doing it or if it's just the human nature of people subscribing and unsubscribing, but basically that's going to happen to everyone. And I guess as
Algorithm.
you get closer to some goal,
Your 1,000 is the first one, and that's the first algorithm that they do. They go through and they purge it automatically. The next one is at 5,000 and then 10,000 for like us in our span. That's an automatic algorithm that goes through and it just going boom, 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 boom. And they've refined it more and more over the years. And
I never thought about that. So as you get closer to these milestones, they take a closer look, huh?
Yeah, I have yes, Jim, friends that work in the social media industry, and they do it for major multi-million-dollar corporations, and they run all the stuff for them. So all the YouTube stuff, all the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter, and stuff like that, and that's all they do. So they are on it all the time.
hi
And
Mike Ron RC.
the other big thing is the systems have not been able to handle it, and by purging it and getting rid of it, you're stopping the monetizing for YouTube, that they're going to push that towards the people with the larger amounts of money for the advertising. They're not wasting the advertising on the lower people. They're putting it out towards the other people.
Oh, Canadian
YouTube is
Canadian Drone Hub says he lost 660 in 2 months.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this whole time I know I've dropped, like 5 or 6 at a time sometimes, but this is the lowest it's ever gone. So
Well, I've been stuck at 695 for a while, so I'm good.
well,
No, you know what
gotta
really
get-
what really counts is the view hours. So,
yes,
Yeah.
that's
and that's part of my challenge. Each one of my songs is maybe 4 minutes. Okay, and people usually watch about half of it, so I get like 2 minutes from anybody who watches. So.
Yeah, but it like for me, I do mainly live streams. Every once in a while, I'll put up a video, and mine are dropping off within the 2 minutes and 3 minutes that you're doing, because people will come in, they'll just watch it because it's just the sunset going down. Unless you're watching it live and interacting like with Rodney does and Dennis does, they've got a set amount of people that are watching it all the time. But the thing is it's still watch time that goes in there, and you got to have that 4,000 hours, in that 12-month period, or you're not going to get monetized.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm hooked on the interaction that takes place when
Oh,
we
yeah.
do it. That's the reason I do it. I'm not trying to achieve 4,000 hours. I don't think that'll ever Well, whether it does or not, I don't plan
Well,
to take advantage of it. So
I will admit that it would be nice to be able to have the option to monetize, but it's not really a goal of mine.
Yeah.
So if I never make 1,000, I really don't care. I just want to have I have fun doing this. This is, to me, this is fun.
Yeah.
And so,
Well, you know, and Dennis, I'm with you. You know, I want to join a live stream that has an engaging chat. You know, so that's I'm the same way. So
yeah.
And especially when they're live streaming, I mean, that's half the enjoyment. I like Dennis is saying, and Rodney's I know is the same way, and Paul Drone Bum, and even when he's out there with his wife and she's reading the chat to him while he's flying his live stream and stuff.
Right.
It's the interaction of seeing people come in that took the time to pop in when you go live. You know, whether it be for a sunrise or sunset.
especially
like-
Drone Bum at 5 a.m. on Sunday.
Like
Yeah.
breakfast with an old friend or a bunch of old friends. That's what it is. So.
Well,
Plus,
Wendell,
there's always a good chance he'll end up in the water. You know,
Well, that's why I watched drones.
That's why I watch.
crashing.
I remember watching that video where he lost that one drone. He went out like 5 miles. It was a Mavic Pro. Was it the
Yeah.
Mavic
Or a
Pro?
Mavic 2 Zoom.
Mavic 2 Zoom.
Oh,
He
really?
went out like 5 miles to do a fly around on this ship, and he lingered too long.
I never
Right.
did get to that ship. It was like the
Oh, you're right. He didn't get to the
no,
ship.
he didn't get to it. He finally gave up, but it was way too late. He used 60% of his battery.
Yeah.
And,
Guess he proved DJI wrong.
Well,
He made it surprisingly close to home, but
he did it. I
You
think
got,
he
it
you
was
got
so
so
far.
close to not losing it. Oh,
Then
Dennis,
he-
in the water does
landed-
not mean close.
When he landed in the water, he was, I think, at like 1,300 and some change.
yeah, he was real.
I mean,
relatively
he
speaking,
was
close
almost
to
there.
Oh, he could have swum that 1,000 feet. What's the problem?
Yeah,
Put some pontoons on that puppy.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna do that.
With
Oh,
his
it's still
luck,
up
it
there.
would land upside down, though. It'd still be floating, but it'd still be under the water.
It's recoverable.
Well, the best one is when we were at Spin Up, and being on the West Coast, I'm not watching. I'm seeing after. I've seen Rodney and Dennis's live twice. Paul's never. I'd never seen it. So here we are flying the sunrise out of Texas. He puts his to go live and had his time to go live. He slept through his own live broadcast that he went to go put out that he'd recorded live. I'm calling him on the phone from where he at and go, Paul, where are you? You're going to go live and you're missing your own broadcast.
yeah, he did a premiere for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he goes, I'm on my way. I says, well, I'm here, but I'm watching it and you're not here.
Yeah, after he crashed one of his drones, I sold him my original Mavic. You know, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he drove up. Yeah.
So how long a drive is that to Syracuse from his place in Long Island?
It's probably about depending on how fast you go, probably a 5-hour drive, I would think, from Long Island. Maybe depending on maybe 4.5.
Yeah, that's a big state, New York.
Yeah. Plus, there's no straight line from here to
Right.
New York City. You got to go south or east or west. There's no diagonal right there.
I was doing a job out in near Johnson City. Is it Johnson City or Johnston City?
Johnson, yeah, right near Binghamton, New York. Johnson.
Yeah,
City.
yeah. And I was doing a job and decided to drive up to Syracuse one time. This was back in 2008. But I love that area. That is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's a nice area. You know, it's the winters are tough, but man, I'll tell you, location-wise, geographically, the Adirondack Mountains are just a 2-hour drive away.
And the IBM, is it IBM? IBM Museum was there in
the Binghamton area.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of the city. It begins with an E.
Endicott.
You're right, Endicott.
Yeah.
And the place that I was building a conveyor system there for a pharmaceutical company, and that's where that museum was. I never did get to go see it because it was closed, but I found out that place used to be a shoe factory that they were building the conveyor.
Well, Mike, my daughter went to visit Syracuse University.
Right.
It was around right after Thanksgiving or so, and they had one of the biggest snowstorms ever. And she says, "Dad, there's no way in hell I'm going to school here."
Yeah, she wasn't lying. We get those.
It's so funny. I mean, and of course, you live up there. You got to deal with it, and all the admission counselors. This is just normal. We can work this. And my daughter's, no, I ain't doing this.
We get the lake effect and sometimes the nor'easters, depending on, or just cold air out of Canada, just with snow.
I grew up in northern Ohio and right off a lake area, and it's just brutal.
Hey guys, I got to get ready to go to the church to do the live stream for the church tonight. It's 4:30, so
Yeah.
Cool.
I appreciate y'all coming in and joining into the panel.
Thanks, Rodney. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for the invite, Rodney.
You're welcome. Always a pleasure, guys.
Mike, great to meet you.
You too, Wendell. I'll make sure I have your channel.
All right,
after
and
we're done.
B-Mac, always good to see you. And SoCal.
Same here.
All right, guys.
You all
You can also stay out.
B-Mac, Brian.
Enjoy your Chinese food, Dennis.
Okay.
Yeah,
outta here
really.
now. Take it easy.
Enjoy dinner. Take care, everybody. Have a great
Bye-bye.
have a great rest of your week.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Bye-bye, guys. Everybody in the chat, I do appreciate you being in. Just a reminder, there's not going to be a Saturday morning coffee with Rodney or a Saturday morning sunrise for me. I'll be on the road or in the air going out on vacation. So there won't be a Saturday morning coffee with Rodney. But if an opportunity presents itself, I might try to do a sunset Saturday evening, maybe, or Sunday evening even. So anyway, y'all take care. Good to have you in the chats. Have a great weekend. Love y'all. Bye now.